Welcome. We are on day 40 of the chronological Bible in a year. Take a breath and take a moment to celebrate that you have set this time aside to hear God's word. Let's begin in Exodus chapter 25. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Tell the sons of Israel to take a contribution for me. From everyone whose heart moves him, you shall take my contribution. This is the contribution which you are to take from them: gold, silver, bronze, violet, purple, and scarlet material, fine linen, goat hair, ram skins dyed red, fine leather, acacia wood, oil for lighting, balsam oil for the anointing oil and for the fragrant incense, onyx stones and setting stones for the ephod and the breastpiece. Have them construct a sanctuary for me, so that I may dwell among them, according to all that I am going to show you as the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all its furniture, so that you shall construct it. Now they shall construct an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. You shall overlay it with pure gold, inside and out you shall overlay it, and you shall make a gold molding around it. You shall also cast 4 gold rings for it, and fasten them on its 4 feet. 2 rings shall be on one side of it, and 2 rings on the other side. And you shall make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. You shall put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark and carry the ark with them. The poles shall remain in the rings of the ark, they shall not be removed from it. You shall put into the ark the testimony which I shall give you. And you shall make an atoning cover of pure gold, 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide. You shall make 2 cherubim of gold. Make them of hammered work at the 2 ends of the atoning cover. Make 1 cherub at one end and 1 cherub at the other end. You shall make the cherubim of one piece, with the atoning cover at its 2 ends. And the cherubim shall have their wings spread upward, covering the atoning cover with their wings and facing one another. The faces of the cherubim are to be turned toward the atoning cover. Then you shall put the atoning cover on top of the ark, and in the ark you shall put the testimony which I will give to you. There I will meet with you, and from above the atoning cover, from between the 2 cherubim which are upon the ark of the testimony, I will speak to you about every commandment that I will give you for the sons of Israel. You shall also make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long and 1 cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits high. You shall overlay it with pure gold, and make a gold border around it. You shall make for it a rim of a hand width around it, and you shall make a gold border for the rim around it. You shall also make 4 gold rings for it, and put the rings on the 4 corners which are on its 4 legs. The rings shall be close to the rim as holders for the poles to carry the table. And you shall make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold, so that with them the table may be carried. You shall also make its dishes, its pans, its jars, and its libation bowls with which to pour drink offerings. You shall make them of pure gold. And you shall set the bread of the presence on the table before me continually. Then you shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand, its base and its shaft, are to be made of hammered work. Its cups, its bulbs, and its flowers shall be of one piece with it. 6 branches shall go out from its sides. 3 branches of the lampstand from its one side, and 3 branches of the lampstand from its other side. 3 cups shall be shaped like almond blossoms on one branch, a bulb and a flower, and 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms on the other branch, a bulb and a flower, the same for 6 branches going out from the lampstand. And on the lampstand 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms, its bulbs and its flowers. A bulb shall be under the first pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the second pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the third pair of branches coming out of it, for the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand. Their bulbs and their branches shall be of one piece with it. All of it shall be one piece of hammered work of pure gold. Then you shall make its lamps 7 in number, and they shall mount its lamps so as to shed light on the space in front of it. Its tongs and its trays shall be pure gold. It shall be made from a talent of pure gold, with all these utensils. See that you make them by the pattern for them, which was shown to you on the mountain. Moreover, you shall make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twisted linen, and violet, purple, and scarlet materials. You shall make them with cherubim, the work of a skilled embroiderer. The length of each curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. All the curtains shall have the same measurements. 5 curtains shall be joined to one another, and the other 5 curtains shall be joined to one another. You shall make the loops of violet on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set, and likewise you shall make them on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the second set. You shall make 50 loops in one curtain, and you shall make 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is the second set. The loops shall be opposite each other. You shall also make 50 clasps of gold, and join the curtains to one another with the clasps, so that the tabernacle will be a unit. Then you shall make curtains of goat's hair as a tent over the tabernacle. You shall make 11 curtains in all. The length of each curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. The 11 curtains shall have the same measurements. You shall join 5 curtains by themselves, and the other 6 curtains by themselves, and you shall double over the 6th curtain at the front of the tent. You shall make 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the first set, and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the second set. You shall also make 50 clasps of bronze, and you shall put the clasps into the loops and join the tent together so that it will be a unit. The overhanging part that is left over in the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that is left over, shall hang over the back of the tabernacle. The cubit on one side and the cubit on the other of what is left over in the length of the curtains of the tent shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle on one side and on the other to cover it. And you shall make a covering for the tent of ram skins, dyed red, and a covering of fine leather above. Then you shall make the boards for the tabernacle of acacia wood standing upright. 10 cubits shall be the length of each board, and 1.5 cubits the width of each board. There shall be 2 tenons for each board, fitted to one another. That is what you shall do for all the boards of the tabernacle. You shall make the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side. You shall make 40 bases of silver under the 20 boards, 2 bases under one board for its 2 tenons, and 2 bases under another board for its 2 tenons. And for the second side of the tabernacle, on the north side, 20 boards, and their 40 bases of silver, 2 bases under one board, and 2 bases under another board. For the back of the tabernacle, to the west, you shall make 6 boards. I had to pause for a moment. Sorry about that. think I left off on verse 23. It says, "You shall make 2 boards for the corners of the tabernacle at the back. They shall be double beneath, and together they shall complete to its top to the first ring. This is how it shall be with both of them. They shall form 2 corners. And there shall be 8 boards with their bases of silver, 16 bases, 2 bases under one board, and 2 bases under another board. Then you shall make bars of acacia wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards on the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the back side to the west. The middle bar in the center of the boards shall pass through from end to end, and you shall overlay the boards with gold, and make the rings of gold as holders for their bars. And you shall overlay the bars with gold. Then you shall erect the tabernacle according to its plan for which you have been shown on the mountain. You shall also make a veil of violet, purple, and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen. And it shall be made with cherubim, the work of a skilled embroiderer. Then you shall hang it on 4 pillars of acacia overlaid with gold, their hooks also of gold, on 4 bases of silver. You shall hang up the veil under the clasps, and bring in the ark of the testimony there within the veil. And the veil shall serve as a partition for you between the holy place and the most holy place. You shall put the atoning cover on the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And you shall set the table outside the veil, and the lampstand outside the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south. And you shall put the table on the north side. You shall also make a curtain for the doorway of the tent of violet, purple, and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen, the work of a weaver. And you shall make 5 pillars of acacia wood for the curtain, and overlay them with gold, their hooks also of gold. And you shall cast 5 bases of bronze for them." Now you shall make the altar of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The altar shall be square, and its height shall be 3 cubits. You shall make its horns on its 4 corners. Its horns shall be of one piece, and you shall overlay it with bronze. And you shall make its pails for removing its ashes, and its shovels, its basins, its forks, and its fire pans. And you shall make all its utensils of bronze. You shall also make for it a grating, a netting of bronze, and the netting you shall make 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners. And you shall put it under the ledge of the altar, so that the netting will reach halfway up the altar. You shall also make carrying poles for the altar, poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with bronze. Its poles shall be inserted into the rings, so that the poles will be on the 2 sides of the altar when it is carried. You shall make it hollow with planks, as it was shown to you on the mountain, so they shall make it. Now you shall make the courtyard of the tabernacle. On the south side there will be hangings for the courtyard of fine twisted linen, 100 cubits for one side, and its pillars shall be 20, with their 20 bases of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands shall be of silver. Likewise, for the north side in length there shall be hangings 100 cubits long, and its pillars 20, with their 20 bases of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands shall be of silver. For the width of the courtyard on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, with their 10 pillars and their 10 bases. The width of the courtyard on the east side shall be 50 cubits. The hangings for the one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, with their 3 pillars and their 3 bases. And for the other side there shall be hangings of 15 cubits, with their 3 pillars and their 3 bases. And for the gate of the courtyard there shall be a curtain of 20 cubits of violet, purple, and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen, the work of a weaver, with their 4 pillars and their 4 bases. All the pillars around the courtyard shall be joined together with silver, with their hooks of silver and their bases of bronze. The length of the courtyard shall be 100 cubits, and the width 50 throughout, and the height 5 cubits of fine twisted linen, and their bases of bronze. All the utensils of the tabernacle used in all its service, and all its pegs, and all the pegs of the courtyard shall be bronze. And you shall command the sons of Israel that they bring you clear oil of beaten olives for the light, to make a lamp burn continually. In the tent of meeting, outside the veil which is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall keep it in order from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a permanent statute throughout the generations for the sons of Israel. Then bring forward to yourself and your brother Aaron and his sons with him from among the sons of Israel to serve as priest to me: Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And you shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother, for glory and for beauty. You shall speak to all the skillful people whom I have endowed with the spirit of wisdom, that they make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may serve as priest to me. And these garments which they shall make: a breastpiece, an ephod, a robe, a tunic of checkered work, a turban, and a sash. They shall make holy garments for your brother Aaron and his sons, so that he may serve as priest to me. They shall take the gold, the violet, the purple, the scarlet material, and the fine linen. They shall also make the ephod of gold, of violet, purple, and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen, the work of the skilled embroiderer. It shall have 2 shoulder pieces joined to its 2 ends, so that it may be joined. The skillfully woven band of its overlay which is on it shall be like its workmanship, of the same material of gold, of violet and purple and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen. And you shall take 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel, 6 of their names on the one stone, and the names of the remaining 6 on the other stone, according to their birth. As a jeweler engraves a signet, you shall engrave the 2 stones according to the names of the sons of Israel. You shall set them in filigree settings of gold. And you shall put the 2 stones on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as stones of memorial for the sons of Israel. And Aaron shall carry the names before the Lord and his 2 shoulders as a memorial. And you shall make a filigree settings of gold and 2 chains of pure gold. And you shall make them of twisted cord work, and you shall put the corded chains on the filigree settings. You shall make a breastplate of judgment, the work of a skilled embroiderer, like the work of the ephod you shall make it, of gold, of violet, purple, and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen you shall make it. It shall be square and folded double, a span in length and a span in width. And you shall mount on it 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a row of ruby, topaz, and emerald, and the second row a turquoise, sapphire, and a diamond, and the third row a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst, and the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold filigree. The stones shall be engraved according to the names of the sons of Israel, 12 according to their names. They shall be like the engravings of a signet, each according to his name for the 12 tribes. You shall also make on the breastpiece twisted chains of cord work in pure gold. And you shall make on the breastpiece 2 rings of gold, and shall put the rings on the 2 ends of the breastpiece. And you shall put the 2 cords of gold on the 2 rings at the ends of the breastpiece. You shall put the other 2 ends on the 2 cords on the 2 filigree settings, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front of it. And you shall make 2 rings of gold, and place them on the 2 ends of the breastpiece on the edge of it, which is toward the inner side of the ephod. And you shall make 2 rings of gold, and put them on the bottom of the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod, on the front of it, close to the place where it is joined, above the skillfully woven band of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastpiece by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a violet cord, so that it will be on the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and that the breastpiece will not come loose from the ephod. So Aaron shall carry the names of the sons of Israel in the breastpiece of judgment over his heart when he enters the holy place, as a memorial before the Lord continually. And you shall put the breastpiece of judgment, the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be over Aaron's heart when he goes before the Lord. And Aaron shall carry the judgment of the sons of Israel over his heart before the Lord continually. You shall make the robe of the ephod all violet. There shall be an opening at its top in the middle of it. Around its opening there shall be a binding of woven work, like the opening of a coat of mail, so that it will not be torn. You shall make on its hem pomegranates of violet, purple, and scarlet material all around on its hem, and bells of gold between them all around, a golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate, all around on the hem of the robe. It shall be on Aaron when he ministers, and its sound shall be heard when he enters and leaves the holy place before the Lord, so that he will not die. You shall also make a plate of pure gold and engrave on it, like the engravings of a signet, holy to the Lord. You shall fasten it on a violet cord, and it shall be on the turban. It shall be at the front of the turban. It shall be on Aaron's forehead, and Aaron shall take away the guilt of the holy things which the sons of Israel consecrate, regarding all their holy gifts, and it shall always be on his forehead, so that they may be accepted before the Lord. And you shall weave the tunic of checkered work of fine linen, and shall make a turban of fine linen, and you shall make a sash, the work of a weaver. For Aaron's sons you shall also make tunics, and you shall also make sashes for them. And you shall make caps for them, for glory and for beauty. Then you shall put them on Aaron, your brother, and on his sons with him, and you shall anoint them and ordain them and consecrate them, so that they may serve me as priests. You shall make for them linen undergarments to cover their bare flesh, and they shall reach from the waist even to the thighs. And they shall be on Aaron and on his sons when they enter the tent of meeting, or when they approach the altar to minister in the holy place, so that they do not incur guilt and die. It shall be a statute forever to him and his descendants after him. Thank you for listening. I pray that the seed of God's word will be planted in your heart and will continue to grow.